Welcome, 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 folks, to Waves on the Shore with Evan and Jaron, the census greatest podcast of all time. Thanks for joining us today as we discuss all the latest in country music.
We're not biased, we just don't like bad music.
There's my. I always got a cough at the very beginning.
You could call that a cold open.
Yeah, I guess.
Get it? Because you opened it with a cold.
That's true. I am recovering from a cold right now, but
Jaron's weak. It's all right though.
Women got me weak. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of Waves on the Shore with myself and Jaron, where today's episode is solely dedicated to Jaron's women problems, which are few and far between, but they do really rattle him when they come along. So,
wow.
Wow. Today's episode is packed. We do have women problems on the podcast today,
it is.
actually.
That's true.
Not our women problems, but Morgan Evans' women problems.
Tough.
There's a lot of new music to talk about. It's been a really...
Actually, before we get into all the Chase Rice and the Ernest and the Kelsea Ballerini, can I really quickly throw shade at Morgan Evans?
Is this about the post?
Did he make a post? Because now I guess you can talk about that. I was
going to bring that up later, but...
Well, my beef with him is that, and people have already talked about this, but it just really upsets me. Like he made a super overproduced version of "Over for You," and it's like criminally dog shit. Like I don't often call songs dog shit.
The Morgan
but
earned the title.
But it's not good. It's like because the original, I think it's like a live version is what he first released, and that's like a really good song. And then he produced it in the studio, and it was like every decision that they made was bad. Like there wasn't a good one.
No. It went down the drain really fast.
What was the post though? You said he posted something?
Yeah, well, do we want to start with Kelsea in that case?
Sure, let's just do it.
We're just talking about Kelsea.
Might as well.
Obviously, unless you're living under a rock, Kelsea Ballerini dropped a divorce EP, very similar to Carly Pierce, what she did pretty much exactly 2 years ago now, actually. And Carly was February too. Wait.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. Carly Pierce, 29.
Kelsey's was like a week and a half ago.
Dude, 29 came out on February 19th. Kelsea dropped it on the 14th. So I'm pretty sure they both intended to drop it on Valentine's Day. It's just Carly released it on the Friday. Kelsea literally released it on Valentine's Day, which is a top 10 coldest moments in my opinion. But anyways, she dropped...
It was a move.
She dropped the
one of the moves of all time.
Yeah, it was a very... Can my phone stop freezing, please? I'm trying to pull something up.
Oh, I was almost that guy, Evan. I was almost the guy that said, "Imagine having an Apple phone." I almost said that. I almost did that. That was the thing I almost did, but I'm not gonna do it. I love everyone, no matter what kind of phone they use. I'm not a butthole like that. But if you use Apple Music, you're living in poverty, and stop being poor.
Anyways, so Kelsea dropped this EP, and basically, it's really good. And where I don't know if many people feel this similar to me. I think it's really good. I just struggle to have maybe the same, not struggle, because I think it's really good. I feel guilty feeling so passionately positive about something rooted in a divorce. Like, something about that feels weird for me to be super outspoken about the entertainment value I get out of someone's failed marriage. But if she's put it out, she has she's comfortable with it at least. And Morgan put out a song first, which leads me to his post that he posted just an hour ago. So just before we started recording.
Oh.
He says, so it's literally just a screenshot from the Notes app. He says, "It's really sad for me to see this person who I spent so much of my life with and loved with all my heart saying things that aren't reality and that leave out what really happened. She knows I'm not the type of guy to speak on those things publicly. If this is what she needs to heal, I hope it helps. All I ask is that if you're on my pages, please don't be mean. Don't be mean to Kelsea. Don't be mean to each other. Life's too short." So I understand, right? If Kelsea made up a bunch of crap, like, and released an EP and made Morgan Evans look really bad, I'd be like, okay, fine. Where I struggle is, like, obviously I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but the songs, all the songs, Morgan's song versus Kelsea's EP, seem to go hand in hand. The point of Morgan's song is he doesn't understand, like, why did this end? How long has it been over for you? And Kelsea's whole point is saying, if you couldn't see, like, you weren't able to see all the things going wrong, that's your fault. Therefore, I'm ending this. So it's just like, I don't, like, maybe there's little details or things that are maybe written a certain way to make it rhyme or something, but, like, you know, the general story, like the general recreating the crime scene here, everyone seems to be on the same page. So for me, I think it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like Morgan, because he started it too. That's the thing. You're the one saying, like, I don't want to make these things public. Well, you released your divorce song first. You beat Kelsea to it. So I think it's a way to make Kelsea, I think it's him trying to make Kelsea look bad by saying, like, oh, like, again, I wasn't in the bedroom, okay? I wasn't third wheeling like that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying that, like, Morgan's post seems like he's trying to save face because she just did what he did better. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't like it.
I can see that. I think another way to kind of, another thing to consider, I think is how I should say this, is Kelsea's EP is, like, seems to be, like, extremely specific.
Yes, she goes into detail.
Like, really, like, personal. And the thing is, it's not just personal for her, it's personal for him. Like, and when he made his song, and yes, he did it first, when he made his song, he didn't go into, like, all the, like at one point in one of her songs, I can't remember which one it is, she says something about, like, and the way she says it, it's like half-hearted, like makeup sex or something like that. Like, and it comes off as, like, they're doing it in this really disingenuous way, like they're trying, and to me that's like a very personal thing that she's sharing, and
which fair. So I think then, like, I don't know.
I'm not saying that either of them are wrong. I'm just saying that, like,
this is the whole issue with these types of songs and EPs is that even though Kelsea's is really good artistically, it's hard as an impartial party. It's hard as someone from the outside. How do I react to this? How do I share this? Do I say, like, oh, this EP is great, or blah 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 blah? Are all the Morgan Evans stands gonna come at me? Is Kelsea completely making stuff up to make Morgan look bad, and I'm saying that she's right? Who knows? I'm saying from the songs, I think they go hand in hand. It's just Kelsea does go into a lot of detail, so I can see how that would be a little, like, shocking or embarrassing for Morgan. But I think it comes back to the, like, you started it. I think that's where I struggle to side with Morgan, only because you didn't go into the same detail. But you broke down that wall of, I'm gonna make this public, and let's be honest, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Kelsea was bound to do something whether he did it first or not. I'm just saying.
Okay, fair. But I'm
also not taking either of their side. I'm just
okay. So I don't. That's the other thing, right? I don't want to take sides. I'm not going to take sides. I'm just.
But he's taking Kelsea's side. That's what's happening right now.
No, I'm just observing what I've seen. Okay.
Fair enough.
You know, Over For You doesn't make Kelsea out to be some angel. She kind of seems like a diva who kind of stuck him up, which Kelsea admits to being on her EP. Like, neither of them are angels, and no one's innocent in this situation. It's just now they're both getting bitter when they both chose to make this public. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. It's a sucky situation for sure.
But the EP's good.
That is interesting because just from the past year, observing this whole dynamic between them in terms of how they've been releasing music and what they've been releasing since it was made public in like August that they got a divorce. To me, Morgan has been a lot more private and less outspoken about it. And to me, I've also seen Kelsea. It seems like Kelsey's very like she's made it clear that she's like a broken, not perfect person, but also
she kind of wants to stick it in his face a little.
Yeah, that's just kind of, and I'm not trying to be like Kelsey's a horrible person or anything. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that she's been doing a lot, and Morgan hasn't really. Yeah,
which I think is a more admirable take on it. Because truthfully, I don't think at least this soon,
obviously they're both
at least this soon. It's kind of just jarring because it's just like. This all just happened. I swear they made it public, but I swear they weren't actually like divorced till November. Then Morgan dropped a song in December, and then Kelsea came back in February. The whole EP.
Was that song only in December?
I think so. It's
just
it was
before that.
It could have been. It all just feels very reactionary. I think emotions are high. They're boiling pretty hot right now.
Also, Morgan Evans is a cute dude. You know,
as
a straight man. Also,
as a straight man, is he?
It really hurts me to say
he's kind of given off like,
oh my goodness, why is Over For You have 5 times more of the streams than the live version? Kill me. That's just not.
Morgan Evans, his hair specifically gives me like 2013 pop rock lead singer vibes.
Well, he's a beach surfer dude. I like his hair. It fits the vibe.
I guess it's kind of beach surfer.
A lot of the dudes like that have hair long like that.
At least going on, it's the way it blows to the side.
October 7th.
What the heck? It was October 7th?
Yeah, I was gonna say, ain't no way it was in December, because I specifically remember listening to this, and I like reacted to it in one of my YouTube videos, and I haven't made a YouTube video since October. So
there's your timeline.
So that makes sense. When
did Kelsea and Morgan get married?
They've been married for 5 years, I think. They've been married for like almost 5 years, something like that, at least 4. But yeah, I guess all that to say is Kelsea's EP is really good. Not addressing the drama, just talking about is it 6 songs?
Yeah,
right?
With an interlude.
Jeez. Yeah, just also the interlude. Kind of not that great, honestly. I will. I mean, it's not like I don't know.
I was on the fence with it because I kind of like it. I kind of like how sudden it comes to an end.
That's not what bothers me.
There's something about it that okay, this has bugged me, and I still don't know. It reminds me of something. I still can't pin what.
To me, it feels like she's like trying to do like an NF thing, but she's Kelsea Ballerini, so I'm confused.
NF's back, isn't he? All the kids are freaking out now.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is he kind of likes to do like edgy kind of like interlude. Like he's a rapper, and she like raps in this song.
She does. This is so annoying. Every time I try and think of what it reminds me of, I can't. It doesn't come to me.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, God did. Who filed the divorce paper? God did.
That was good.
Another one.
I like that. Another one. I'm pretty sure at one point he said, yeah. I broke the door, then I unhinged it, or something. Which is like...
Good old DJ Salad. What would we do without him?
DJ Salad. Man needs one.
DJ never touched a salad. What a character. God did review on the podcast.
What if we did that? Hey, yo. You guys are hearing it
episode.
first. The April 1st episode, there's going to be a special April 1st, April Fool's episode, and we're going to review God Did by DJ Khaled, and that's happening.
I like that.
And if you're surprised when it happens, we're not going to explain it. This is the only time we're going to acknowledge it. So if you're here for it, yeah, better mark it down. It's happening. It's happening.
So, going back to Kelsea, do you have a favorite of the 6?
Well, honestly, I really like the opener, Mountain with a View.
I think the front 2 are the best. I like the vibe of Mountain with a View better. I like the lyrics of Just Married better. So I feel like I almost have to give it a tie at the top.
I also enjoy Penthouse. I like that she's talking about like playing pretend in a penthouse, like playing house in a penthouse or whatever kind of thing.
That was a neat line.
Huh?
I said that was a neat line.
Oh, you said it was a neat line. I wasn't
Leave
sure
Me
if you said
Again's
that.
a fun little voice memo moment. I feel like Blindsided throws a bunch of people off simply because it's so poppy, so trappy. I like it though.
Were you
I
blindsided?
do.
Were you blindsided or were you just blind? Like that's straight up just like attacking him. So like I can't blame Morgan for like.
You can't. Is it false? Who knows? If she's lying.
I don't know. I'm not saying
that's not a fact though. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying like either of them are wrong. I'm just saying like, and also to be fair, I read Morgan's post when you said that. I got on Instagram like 10 minutes ago and read it, and he like makes a point to be like, hey, just don't be mean. Don't be mean to Kelsea. Don't be mean to each other. Let's just.
He was obviously gonna say don't be mean to Kelsea because he's like, look. Here's the thing. This is gonna sound like I am super anti-Morgan. I'm not. I'm just saying he was always going to say don't be mean to Kelsea because he is trying to look good. That is the point. He is trying.
Sure.
Both of them want to look better than the other. I feel like if anything, Kelsea maybe makes herself out to be less perfect in her own music, which I think kind of says something.
Sure.
But he was never going to be like, oh my gosh, I thought we weren't going to, or like, she's lying. Send hate. No, send hate. Go spam
shares her EP. Babe, you're so right. I did everything wrong. Just like agrees with the entire thing.
Sounds like the moral of the story is to not marry an Australian dude. I don't know. Or if you're Australian, don't marry an American girl.
Well, let's be honest. Look, I'm not trying to. Also, at the same time, Kelsey's like into like the star signs or whatever, and like.
Ooh, that's a big red flag.
That's
what Morgan see past that.
Hey, yo.
Is it not?
You know it is. I just thought that was really funny where you went, ooh, that's a big red flag. I'm sorry. I like making fun of sign
What do I
girls.
want for breakfast today?
Like,
I don't
sorry.
know. Let me check my star sign.
I didn't mean to run over your dog with my car. I'm such a Sagittarius. I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't care.
Like, no, you're still.
You killed my dog.
You can't drive. That's the problem. Your star sign didn't turn the wheel too sharp, honey.
I've just picked up on that from like her posts. Like she's kind of into the horoscope kind of things, and I'm kind of like, honey, that's those are bullshit.
I like to think I'm doing a public service because every now and then at Marshall's we will get we have a book section with like
I feel like I'm
journals
being
and
really
photo
mean
albums.
to Kelsea. Sorry.
No, it's fine because I also feel like I've been really mean to Morgan, even though I am pretty, or at least in my head I'm impartial. We get books at Marshall's sometimes, and I like to think I'm doing a public service because every now and then we get horoscope books, and I always put them in the back, so I'll like bury them behind the others.
That's amazing.
You know, it'll catch up to me. Like, you know, good things will happen to you. Good things happen to good people.
Good karma. You're saving up that good karma.
Exactly.
Yeah. All that said, this is a good EP.
Yeah.
Solid.
Context out of the way.
Unexpectedly, the one thing about the past few weeks has been unexpectedly nice, I think.
Yes.
In terms of music.
It's been a fantastic few weeks.
Like when I saw, you know what? Let's just get into. I'm not even gonna bother reviewing. I don't know what I would give Kelsea's EP. It was good. It was enjoyable, intriguing, makes you think.
All the boxes we like to tick.
Yeah. But the thing that like when I saw people talking about Chase Rice and like, for what I mean, this is like beating a dead horse. Most people aren't like super big on him. I don't before I heard Key West in Colorado a few months back, I did not like him at all. And then when he had Key West in Colorado, he had this one song where I was like, I like this song. And then this album comes out, and I kind of forgot that it was happening. And I was super skeptical. Like, I was like, this isn't... I was straight up like, I don't think this will be good. Because it's Chase Rice.
Fair.
Like, I was heavily doubting him. And he proved me wrong, I think. This isn't like a perfect album, but it's like...
I think
especially in the context of all the other music that he's put out, it's like insanely good.
Here's my thing with the album, right? My
like
review,
like this man wrote a song from a dog's perspective.
Yeah,
and it was
solo right. It was a solo right too.
Yeah, and it's like really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the thing for me with this album, as far as like, no, it's not perfect, but like, it never missteps. It never falls off. That's the impressive thing about this album for me, is like when you look at Country Again Side A, you can say, oh, it's not a perfect album because it has Put It On Ice and stuff like that, and little aspects here and there that you're just like, we should have got rid of that. The thing with Chase is, and his new album is, he never missteps. There's never a moment or a song
this is
that
Chase
I'm just
Rice's Country Again, and it's like low key maybe better than Country Again.
I think it is better. I think it's significantly better.
I think Country Again has like, well, actually, maybe I'd have to look at it. Go ahead, keep talking.
Because I Hate Cowboys and All Dogs Go to Hell is so consistent. So it's not perfect, right? There is room for improvement, but there are no bad songs. There's like in my review, there's two that I didn't like as much. But I was very clear to say, I still think they're all right. I still think they're good. And I don't know. There's no, like...
Hold on. It's almost been 2 years since Country Again Side A.
Yeah. And Side B is nowhere to be found.
Thomas, what are you doing? What? When Where We Started come out? Was it in, like... Was that really April? Wow.
April 2022. Almost a year ago.
Wow.
I have someone posted something about.
Okay, I'm actually kind of flabbergasted that there hasn't been a side B, because like side A had successful songs. Like, What's Your Country Song is still in his top 5 songs.
But that doesn't. I don't think that's very representative of the. I don't think that's a. I don't think
that's true. It's not representative of the rest of the album, but it was on that album.
Yeah. How did it do compared to where we started? Like, how are the streams kind of, sort of?
Well, it's actually doing better, I think.
Like, where we started is doing better?
No. Side A.
Now, granted, it's been out for a year.
Yeah, but, like, what songs are people even listening to off of where we started? Because I'm not listening to any of them. Yeah, but it's not even... Slow Down Summer has 44 million, but it seems to have slowed down a lot.
The cruddy remix of Angels that I will never forgive that man for. Oh my gosh, that grinds my gears.
It's and there's Half of Me with Riley Green. Yeah, it's 25 million, but like, I don't know. Country Again had 44 million. What's Your Country Song at 97 million. Want It Again, which is a really good song, has 36 million. Growing Up has 15 million, which it's actually, I need to go back and listen to that album because it's actually good.
Country Again Side A is good. So
except for specifically Put It On Ice.
Where is Side B?
Yeah. Also, I just really like the album cover.
I really like Chase's album cover.
I enjoy that one too. It's a goated one, actually. Like
that will legitimate. That
two coolers. This man, best. The vest over the plaid shirt with the hat,
even
and
just the way the colors work and everything. I think that could be the album cover of the year.
It could be.
It's certainly beating out Luke Combs.
Also, okay. Well, let's finish talking about. Wait, yeah, we did not follow the order that we said we were at all because we were going to Chase Rice last, but it's okay. All this to be said, bench rice. Bench seat is probably my favorite. I
I'm
also
sticking
really
with
like
I Hate Cowboys.
life part of living.
Yep.
Is
That's
a
a heater.
solid one. Actually, Oklahoma's up there for me. The
All
first
dogs
time
go to hell. All dogs go to
Okay,
hell.
well,
is
I know the
incredible.
Reed
I love that
Southall
one.
band.
I said
and
that so wrong in my review, by the way.
I'm pretty
I
sure
did
it's
not
Reed
know how to say
Southall
it.
band. I'm pretty
South
sure that's it.
Hall?
Southall, like Southall, like Southall.
Yeah, I
Not
butchered
South
it.
Hall, Southall.
I said
I think-
like, I was watching it back and it was like peak Canadian accent on South, and then I just went like,
South.
and then I just went like, oh, I was like, Reed Southall, and I was like, no.
Southall. Oh,
Yeah,
gross. I remember.
I apologize.
remember
I
hearing that
butchered
in
it.
the video.
I didn't know.
So I was just that was okay. So once I got to that song, that was the moment where like I realized like, oh shoot,
He means business.
Chase Rice is doing things because the Reed Southall. I don't even know Southall. I'm just gonna say
The
that.
Reed.
The Reed band. I like was familiar with them, and to see like Chase Rice of all people like collaborate, have them on his song, and it's like really good, and I was like, oh okay. They have a song called Why that I really like. That's their song it's their biggest song. That's their song that I'm really familiar with. I Walk Alone I also really really like. I like it when he kind of slows down, so I like
That's what I like too. That's why I like All Dogs Go to Hell, Life Part of Living. I just think he does it really well. Because it's so the production on the songs this time around, as opposed to anything else he's done, is so intimate and like just organic. It's organic, so it works. It's not interrupted or like overshadowed by anything. He just lets the beauty of the song ring out, and it's awesome.
I would be interested to see. To me, this is I think this very clearly could be Chase Rice's Magnolia, in the sense that
100%.
this is gonna be probably. It might just be like he straight up says it in his post. This might just be the best thing he ever does, like ever, and his next album just might not be as good.
The question though is like, the problem with Randy Houser is he just went back to really average,
I know.
basic music, and so with Chase Rice, if he goes back to average basic music, that would suck. If he tries to go further into something unique and it doesn't work, I'll still be happy with that, even if it doesn't work out great. I just don't want him to revert back to But the thing is, surely he won't, because I haven't seen.
That's how I felt about Randy Houser. The entire. Go ahead.
Sorry, the reason I say surely he won't might be biased because, right, my thought process is I've never heard more people saying Chase Rice's name. Like the amount of messages and DMs I got, when are you viewing Chase Rice? What are your thoughts on Chase Rice? I love the Chase Rice. Is the most interaction I've received about a single album in quite a while. So in my head, I'm just sitting there like, man, Chase Rice has piqued everyone's interest. Surely he will. That's encouraging, and moving forward, he'll take that into consideration. The question is, though, that's in our little corner of the country music online community. So does that represent everyone's views, or are the moms like, man, this is too edgy? I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm interested to see how this performs. I'm interested to see how the singles perform, and I'm interested. Will he, regardless, will he pursue the artistic side of it, or will he pull a Thomas Rhett and say, didn't work. Guess I'll just make Bass Pro Hat.
Yeah. So Randy Houser did Magnolia, and I was kind of thinking, wow, he can't, okay, the entire point of that album was, he was tired of being not true to himself, and when he was most true to himself, he made the best music that he's ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Chase Rice might be experiencing a similar situation. I genuinely hope that he doesn't kind of backpedal like Randy Houser did, and that's really disappointing to me because like, and I feel like the label stuff had to have had something to do with it, or maybe he just used all of his creative juice when he did Magnolia, and it's like he just ran out of the best material.
If Chase Rice reverts back to his old ways, that would suck. But we don't know. For now, it's just as likely that he goes down this path and makes an even better album the next time around. So until the new era rolls out, I'm not gonna comment. But until the new era rolls out, I'm gonna keep enjoying the heck out of it. Like I have had this album on repeat.
Okay, well, I have also made. There's a shockingly. I feel like a very. I don't want. Maybe I shouldn't say shocking. There is a very clear. I don't even know if I want to say that. There's an interesting similarity between I Hate Cowboys and All Dogs Go to Heaven, Hell. I meant Hell, and Magnolia. First off, it's his 4th album. Or no.
Is it? I thought it was like his 5th or 6th.
It's his 5th actually. 1, 2, 3.
There goes
4.
one.
Yeah, it's 5. That's true. Well, hold on.
So similar.
No, it is his. Magnolia was Randy Houser's 5th album too. Yeah. Those are both similar. I just said 4. I meant 5.
Jaron can't count.
And also,
Despite
this is
both being in elementary
they're
school.
both of these albums are the first album for both artists to not have their face plastered on it, and to not have it be cringy. Randy Houser, the Magnolia album cover, I think is really good, and I would say the same for this album. So like, there's some similarities going on here, and I just hope it plays out differently for Chase Rice. But I just do find that interesting. It was both of their 5th albums, and they both happen to have really good album art that they aren't pictured in at all. And like, the cool thing about this is like, it doesn't even have a title. There's not even words. It's just a picture. And sometimes those are the best. Like, some people feel the need to slap words on things, and sometimes you just shouldn't, I think. Yeah, but this is a really good album. Like, surprising. Like, it was so good that while I was hiking with my friends over the weekend, I recommended this to my old roommate. I was
Jaron's out here recommending.
I recommended a Chase Rice album, and that's like literally a thing that I never thought I would do. Wouldn't it be cool if like I think to a smaller degree I felt kind of similarly to Dustin Lynch's last album. Like, it was surprising.
But even Dustin Lynch's had arguably more side steps than Country Again.
Sure. And it wasn't like, it definitely wasn't as much of a like Magnolia or All Dogs Go to Hell moment. Like, it was like a, oh yeah, this is better than I thought it would be.
Chase
Rice's
Rice's
not like this
album,
is really good.
Yeah, Chase Rice's album is the best of the mainstream R&B douchey bro country guys attempting to make a straightforward country personal album. Chase kind of blows them out of the water, but they are in a similar vein. They're coming from a similar spot.
Sure. I wasn't trying to say that Dustin Lynch. I wouldn't even say that Dustin Lynch was trying to do anything with Blue in the Sky. I think he
just happened to make a better album.
Yeah, I think he just accidentally made a decent album with that right there. And the cover's not even that bad either. I like the simplistic, even though his face is on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate that people always put their faces on things, you know. And Dustin Lynch actually doesn't have horrible album covers. Well, actually, all of them are pretty bad except his last two. I take that back. All right. I don't know. I do want to rate this. Attempt to, maybe. Oh. I'll. I don't even. Maybe an 8 out of 10.
Woo! Okay, he's up there.
It's a good album.
It is. It is. It's gonna stand as Well, I can't say it's gonna stand. Right now, it's standing as one of my favorite albums of the year.
This really reminds me, actually, now that I think of it, of like I used to not be a Brett Eldredge guy, and then Brett Eldredge comes out with Sunday Drive, and I'm automatically like, sign me up.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, actually. I like that.
I think Sunday Drive probably is slightly better, maybe a little bit more than slightly.
I think it is. I think Sunday Drive is
still good,
much better.
But it's also a different vibe because Brett Eldredge is country Frank Sinatra basically.
Yeah, and we love him for that.
Yeah.
You know what else we love?
Sugar.
No.
Her name was Sugar. Tastes so sweet.
Yes, Ernest. We love Ernest. Ernest dropped his new
album?
deluxe tacked onto the back of the OG.
It's technically how he was treating it was like it's another album, but it's basically just he released a double album.
It's like a wicked deluxe. That's what it is.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a wickedly long deluxe where there's more bonus content than the OG content. In my opinion, I still like to view it as two separate projects.
I can't, and I wish I could. Does that make sense? I wish this was a separate thing, and I wish it didn't.
Oh,
have a
dude!
crappy
When
title.
my review comes out, that is my only problem with this album is that it's not its own release in its catalog.
I hate that it's Flower Shops in parentheses the album 2 Dozen Roses with a colon.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful, but and that's like I feel like it kind of stains the new release because like it's not on its own, but I'm gonna treat it as its own.
Was it to
and
bump
it
the numbers
is
up?
a
Is that
flawless album in my opinion. It really is spectacular. I just don't like that it's on the back, but I'm gonna continue to treat it as its own album moving forward. Like I said, in that case, this album is absolutely flawless. From This Fire straight through to Miss That Girl, which has grown on me actually. I don't even. Do you want to start? Because I don't even know where I would start on this.
I don't really have like.
Much.
I don't like. I wasn't. It's not that I was underwhelmed with it. It was just more good stuff. I do think that, and I probably need to listen to it a little bit more, but I just kind of think that Unhang the Moon and Songs We Used to Sing are my favorite ones, and those were both pre-releases, so I feel like I don't really have a lot to say. None of them are bad. It's a solid album. But those were the ones that, stuck out to me, and I think we've already talked about those songs, so it's just, I really only want to complain that it's not...
Do you want me to take the reins then? Because I have a lot to say.
Sure, because I feel like I don't have a lot to say. I mean, there were, I'll say this, I have fun with the... Drunk With My Friends is a really fun song. What Have I Got to Lose is fun. Heartache in My Hundred. He does some fun things. I like that there's more features.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's just more of the good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that...
I don't. Maybe you should take the reins because I'm just really upset that it's not another album.
Me too. That bugs me, but I can see. I don't want to see past it, but I will because
I don't want to have to listen to the second half of an album just to listen to
an album.
It's frustrating. It's stupid, and that's why I hate it.
It's weird, but look, all of these songs, I absolutely love. I think there's a lot. I talk about this in my review, which is not out yet.
Right.
But I think there's so many similarities to Midland, not only in where he's at in his career and how this album stacks up against his others, but sonically, dude, this thing really just it's oozing with Midland vibes, and I absolutely love that. I love his smooth, lush 70s sound. And he knocks it out of the park on literally every song. I was blown away. I haven't been able to shut the Chase Rice album off. I haven't been able to shut this one off either. I've literally just been going back and forth between the two. But I do think this is better than the Chase Rice album. I mean, Wild Wild West is an absolute jam. Burnout is an absolute jam. Nothing to Lose. That song is smoother than your smoothest peanut butter.
I honestly,
your smoothest honey.
to be truthful, I probably do. I listened to this song a few times the first weekend it came out, and I haven't listened to it in at least like 5 or 6 days. And that's partially because I've been playing catch up. I had to listen to Kelsea first, or after that, because I hadn't listened to Kelsea really yet. I'd listened to Ernest, so I needed to listen to Kelsea. And then the whole Chase thing, and then Chase's album has been out, and so Chase's album came out while I was on a trip, so I was trying to find time to listen to it. While also like listening to a road trip playlist like with my friends. I'm not trying to make them listen to a Chase Rice album, you know? And so it's like, not that it was bad, it's just like fun. Road trips lend themselves to fun playlists. So like I'm not trying to hijack the music, you know?
And Ernest lends itself to that because I had a little road trip of my own the other weekend. Not long, but I had like a 2-hour drive, and I threw this album on. Absolute heater.
Where were
and
you
the thing
driving
is,
to? Or was that
sadly Windsor. I had to go to Windsor. But
you mentioned that. You mentioned that in the last episode, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But we can literally keep going down the line. Songs we used to sing, beauty. Done at a bar, also smoother than your smoothest honey. More Big Midland vibes, more just sauce. The amount of sauce is unreal, off the charts. Drunk with my friends, dude. We love a good Brad Paisley making fun of your wife.
I really enjoyed the "Drunk with My Friends" song.
Oh yeah,
actually,
I listened to it. Voice is elite.
I listened to it with my mom, and my mom like low key hated it.
Because she sees herself. That's it.
I don't think that was it. She's just more like, why does he have to say piss? Why are these songs always about drinking? You know, like that kind of thing. And I'm just like, Mom, it's stupid and funny. It's supposed to be stupid and funny. It's not. It's literally trying to be nothing more than stupid and funny.
But at the same time, hits kind of deep. That driver line. That is deep writing, okay? Because my driver slices like a hot knife through butter, man. Like I rarely use my driver, to be honest with you, because this thing. Bro, you're such an L human. Anyways,
what is
my driver always slices so bad. So like literally, if I'm on like a par 4 or something, I'll tee up with like a 5
I'd kick your
iron,
ass at mini golf.
Shame.
Don't.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Nah, bro, you don't even know.
To be honest, putting is easily the weakest part of my game, but not a chance.
It's easily the weakest part of my
we will
I've
test
never
this
been
theory at
actually
some point.
golfing, like besides
What?
mini golf.
You've never truly golfed?
No, like it's not a thing that
you
my
are
family
coming
does.
up in the summer. You're getting.
You gonna
out
teach
here
me
in the
to
summer.
golf?
We're going. What?
We're gonna go on a golf date.
I ain't teaching you. I'm just gonna beat you.
Okay,
We're
well
just
then we at
gonna
least
go
gotta
out for a day on the course, and I'm gonna win.
We at least gotta record it for content. Then.
Oh, we will. We will.
Grab your younger brother and make him record.
Hey yo, get this on camera.
Get this shot.
Watch this putt. Ready? Lining up and everything.
Hey babe, watch this. Oh my goodness. I've been to Topgolf, and guess what I did at Topgolf?
Nothing.
I just took the putter, and I just tried to send the ball with the putter every time.
It is really fun going to driving ranges and just doing your putter.
Yeah. That's basically what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was just sending that ball, bro. Bro, I've seen those Instagram reels of people sending golf balls at Topgolf. It's like, bro, I would imagine being that golf ball. Like, I'd be dead. You know?
Yeah, Jaron would really want to be smacked by a dude really far.
I mean,
well, on that note, anything but sober, heater. That melody goes crazy. That codeine line melody is nuts. What have I got to lose? Dean Dillon. Crazy smooth, crazy beautiful. Heartache in My Hunter Proof, crazy fun. Unhang the Moon. What even is that?
That one's my favorite one, probably.
That's like his wizard moment where he just goes all like
His
mystical on him.
His wizard moment.
He just
He
pulls
pulls
out a
out the
spell
wizard
on you real quick.
sleeves. He's got the big cloak with the dangly.
Dude, you know what, Ernest? If you're listening, you could totally be a wizard for Halloween one year. He would totally rock that. Are you kidding
Fat
me?
wizard. Yeah.
Like, Ernest needed to be a wizard, and then Miss That Girl Has Grown on Me. I think it's fun.
He'd be one hot wizard. No homo though.
Dean
No
Dillon
homo,
does
yeah.
actually look like a wizard, though.
Did you see that one video of Cam Thomas? He like said something. He was like making a joke about him and Spencer Dinwiddie. They play for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, they're like really good looking or something like that. And then and Spencer Dinwiddie's right next to him, and like while he's in the interview, he like says that, and then he immediately goes, "No homo," and he got fined like $40,000 for it.
What? Why?
Look, bro, because everything's political, bro. He said no homo. We can't let him say that. It just means he's not gay. That's all. I
know.
Yeah, whatever. You know what? That's homo. That is. Find me for it. Adam Silver, come at me. You know who that is? Do you know who that
exactly.
is? Okay.
No, I know who Adam Silver is. The Tic Tac.
I don't know. The Tic Tac. Hey, yo.
Well,
Tough L.
on that, Ernest album, really, really good. Should we move on? Well, Jaron, I have a question first.
What's your question?
Good friend, what are you listening to?
Good friend. Good friend. My old chap.
Somewhat decent friend.
Somewhat decent. Tough. It's actually a good question because I've just kind of been all over the place. Oh jeez, man. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't come super. Oh wait, here. No. I got this. I think I brought Patrick Droney last time. Does that sound correct? Is that familiar?
Correct.
So I'm going to bring an EP called "Anything Can Happen" by Tors. Tors. It's a 6-track EP that came out at the beginning of the year, about a month ago, January 20th. And it's these three brothers, and it's not like country or anything. I'm not sure how to describe it.
Gives me AJR vibes.
Maybe. Have you heard it before?
No, I'm just looking at their pictures.
Yeah, they're it's like kind of like acoustic poppy. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I just really like it. I think the writing's really good. I like Garden on the Kitchen Floor and Does He Make You Happy? But the whole EP is solid. Anything Can Happen is also really good. I was listening to this a lot like 2 weeks ago, so I guess I'm not currently listening to this, but if I'm being honest, what I was currently listening to was the Chase Rice album, so I kind of had to just choose something else that I was listening to in the past. So, that being said, listen to the Chase Rice album, but also listen to Anything Can Happen by Tors.
You know what else they should listen to, Jaron?
What else? What should they listen to, Evan?
Well, funny you ask. They should listen to John the Fourth, or John 4. John IV, the Roman numeral, by Jack Van Cleef. That's what they ought to listen to. So, story time. Jack Van Cleef opened for Noah Kahan when I went to see him, and he was really, really good. And so,
I'm fighting back the urge to make a super immature joke, but continue. I'm reading this guy's name.
So, Cleef is spelled like Cleaf. And it's from 2016. It's singer-songwriter. I almost want to say like, kind of old Zach Bryan vibes, kind of. Imagine Zach Bryan if he used layers and not just one track. Like if Zach Bryan used GarageBand instead of voice memos, that's kind of the vibe.
Okay.
You get? It's 6 songs. It's 25 minutes.
He has a 10-track album too.
He does. It just came out. There's a lot of good songs on that too.
Wait, what?
But the reason I'm bringing his EP from 2016 over his album from last year is because of the second song, Gem State. That's the one actually that he opened with at the Noah Khan show. And that one like immediately grabbed my attention. I was like sat focused, like dead focused on the opening act's opening song because I enjoyed it that much. And it's got a drive and power. It's a Gem State second song. It's really good. And then it's just a lot of nice folk singer-songwritery acoustic music. Mazes is a longer one. It's got quite a bit of instrumental to it. Bell Bottom Jeans is the most popular one, but I am sheerly bringing this EP just to tell you to listen to Gem State because it's really good and it hits crazy.
You said he opened with Gem State?
Yeah, that was his first song. Which I think he must like it too. It's because it's not one of his most popular and it's one of his oldest songs, but he chose to open his set with it. So I thought that was a bit of a statement too.
Interesting.
He's got good taste amongst his music.
Yeah, it is definitely not his most streamed for sure.
Yeah.
But it's also not that low either. It's kind of in the middle of the pack, it looks like.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was actually, I'm listening to it right now. It sounds pretty good. All right, so this leads us to
insert clip.
Who the frick? Yeah.
Speaking of who the frick, Conor McGregor's back. He's fighting in like August or something.
He was gone.
Yeah, he hasn't fought since 2021.
It's only 2 years. I mean, Lonzo Ball's been out that long, basically.
No one cares with the Ball brothers, though.
Actually,
Conor McGregor's already causing drama.
I hated Lonzo Ball at first, but now he's pretty chill. I hate his younger brother, though. LaMelo can suck my wang, bro. He's just like, he like talks like he's stupid. Like,
he probably is. You know?
I mean, yeah, sure. I just hate the way, like, some people just like, it's like they choose to not be intelligent. Like, you choose to just look, like, it's like you have the means to not look like an idiot, you know? And, like, a lot of other people around you, like, your dad doesn't talk like this. So, like, why do you, like, like, what? Sorry, I'll get off the Ball brothers thing, but it's like, yeah, whatever.
Jaron will get off other men's balls. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll get off these balls. So, and we'll... Hey, yo. Oh, I said that. That was a thing I just said. All right. Evan, you ready to play Who the Frick then? I'm hosting this week.
If you're at home, play along. Jaron's going to give us 3 clues, and we have to guess who the frick he's talking about.
Yeah, this is the beginning of my redemption arc, because...
After the Luke Combs joke.
Because 4 weeks ago, or 2... No, 4. Wait. I guess it would have been 4 episodes ago, too. I
tried to be sneaky.
I tried to pull a fast one on Evan, and it didn't work out.
Not at all.
I also kind of screwed myself over. Okay, let's just jump into it. Okay. This artist released a solo R&B album in 2002. "21 years ago. No, wait. Yeah, that was 21 years ago.
Darius Rucker. The redemption of that is the worst redemption.
Are you joking?
No.
How did you get that? That could have been anyone.
No, it couldn't have.
Yes,
Are
it
you
could
kidding
have.
me?
Yes, it could have.
No, because
they're white boys
Darius
making
used
bad
to be
R&B.
R&B, and then there was like the.
He did only one.
Did Hootie and the Blowfish come before his R&B?
Yes,
phase?
way but that
Okay,
I
so
figured
it went Hootie and the Blowfish. Then he diverted R&B. I was trying to think what other like country artists in that time made a solo. You
okay.
stink at this.
Bro, I thought I had this because I didn't know he did R&B at all.
Oh yeah, well
I didn't know nobody talks about it. I knew about Hootie and the Blowfish.
No one talks about it, but
I
guess I just knew it.
I purposefully avoided Hootie and the Blowfish.
What were the other clues?
I am actually so upset. Maybe I should. I didn't think you'd get that. The other two clues now are probably, you probably wouldn't have gotten it at all if I had.
What are the other two clues?
Okay, and the other one is, like, when this artist was younger, their family attended church every Sunday and was economically poor. At one point, his mother, her two sisters, his grandmother, and 14 children were all living in a 3-bedroom house. It's like, that was just kind of like a little bit unconventional.
Interesting, but I didn't know.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been like, oh, that's Darius Rucker. I just didn't think that. I guess I falsely assumed that nobody talks. I didn't know he had an R&B thing, so I was like, oh,
too funny, man.
I hate my life. And then the other one was also pretty good, I think. On November 7th, 2016, this artist told ESPN that they had become a partner in MGC Sports, a sports agency that currently represents golfers, football players, and coaches.
Not either.
Yeah, so I should have. I look. That is. I don't even have an excuse. Like, I genuinely just didn't think. I genuinely didn't think that you'd get
You're
that.
genuinely just an L.
I'm so upset right now, and everybody's laughing. Everybody. Honestly, this is funny. This is funny that this has happened literally twice. But also, can we just establish that for the past 3 rounds of Who the Frick, we have the person who's guessing has just immediately guessed the answer?
Right, because who did I bring 2 weeks ago?
You did a Mark Weistrach. And
Right,
you
and
weren't.
you got it. That one shocked me. That one truly shocked me.
Well, this shocked me. Apparently everybody else knows that he was in our. I didn't know. I just didn't know. I thought he did Hootie and the Blowfish, and then I thought he did country right after that. I didn't know there was a thing in between.
You know what doesn't shock me?
I hate you. Shut up.
My dog will not shut up. That is not a shocker. I love Archie, but he's very vocal.
Pippin's passed out on the carpet right now. Just
Long
mega
day for
vibing.
Pippin.
I mean, he pooped like an hour ago. So, yeah.
Good to know.
Takes a lot of energy to, go outside and
Lay one
take
out.
an old dumper. Yeah, just to lay one down, Ring one out of the chamber. I have to be careful with Pippin because I need to groom him. Because, like, he's got so much hair in his back that, like, if we're not careful and not paying attention, like, his poop can get caught in his hair. And, like, then he's just got a log, like, in his hair, and then it'll, like, it gets stuck, and it gets dried out, and then I have to, like, go in, like, Dirty Job style, like, I did that, like, a week and a half ago.
I'm so glad Archie has short hair.
Yeah. Well, part of it is that we haven't really groomed him, brushed him at all in the past year, which he loves. He loves not being messed with and stuff, but, yeah. Really quick before we wrap up the podcast, what other big, so like Morgan's coming up in a few weeks now, like 3 weeks ish.
Yeah.
I think it's like more like 3.
It's like 10 days. No.
What?
March
What
3rd.
date? Oh, it's March 3rd. Okay, then it's a week and a half.
Literally next Friday.
Yeah, it is next Friday. I guess I was thinking it was. I think I was thinking it was March 10th, not March 3rd. What is that? Well, what's the next thing after Morgan? Like, who else didn't? Is there anything else? Like,
I bet a bunch are gonna pop up. Parker McCollum in May.
oh, that's one. That's one that I. Yeah. That's
And
one.
I bet you a bunch are gonna start
There's
springing
got to
up
be one
'cause
in
it's-
April. There's got to be.
There probably is one I'm forgetting, but Jason Isbell in June. That just
That's
got
right. That
announced.
was just announced today. I saw that.
We're getting spring is release season, so a bunch are gonna start popping up, and April to June is gonna be nuts. It always is.
People, I mean, I know spring is kind of like release season, but like I feel like albums come out all year, and it does definitely slow down once you get to like October.
Mm-hmm.
But it still happens. Not a lot. Like you had Chris Stapleton releasing his album in November back in, was that 2020? which doesn't feel like he did release that album that long ago, but he did.
Yeah, it's 3 years. He's getting due for one. And
so
I've heard rumors.
I've heard rumblings.
Ruffles. Yeah.
I've heard anxious calls from the wild. Sometimes when I go for walks, I can hear Chris Stapleton's voice echoing out across the cornfields. What if that was just a thing? You know, you just heard Chris Stapleton's voice.
That's hallucination.
No, but like, it's like an ethereal sound, you know? Like there's a joke in the movie, the movie The Nice Guys where they're like talking about how like a lot of people, it's kind of like a thing where like a lot of times people speculate that maybe when you're about to die, you can kind of like see like an angel. But it's like a funny joke that like there was this guy who was about to die and he saw Richard Nixon and like he like held on for dear life and was like, no, he saw Richard Nixon and didn't want to die. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like a spiritual thing. You're just out in the wild and then you can just hear Chris Stapleton. Like, he just reminds me of kind of like a wild man because he's got the beard and I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm having a Theo Von moment, I think. That's what's going on right here.
No, because you haven't cracked any Michael Jackson jokes yet.
Yeah. Evan, how old were you when Michael Jackson died?
I would have been, 5? I believe.
Would have been the time to meet him.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Waves on the Shore. If you feel so inclined, be sure to leave a comment below. And if you'd like to connect with us personally, you can find both of us on Instagram at The Waves on the Shore, and our personal accounts, myself, Evan, at The Overshore, and Jaron at JepWOTS. JEPWOTS. I'm telling you, man. Bro's so whack. Anyways, I'll get out of your ear now. You do yourself a favor and have a fantastic rest of your day.